session we study of the type of the functions. In type of functions we study cube root function. So first I define about the cube root function. The function f r2 are defined by f of x is the x to the power 1 over 3 is called the cube root function. So I would like to explain in detail now. So we see, because we know that f of x is equal to x to the power 1 by 3, or we could write in this way, x to the radical 3 we have. So we put here x is equal to 8, we see what happens now. So f of 8, we get here 8 to the power 1 by 3, which is equal to 2. If we take x is equal to 7, then f of 7, which is equal to cube root of 7, which comes around 1.91. If you put x is equal to 6, then f6 we have 7 to the power, which comes 6 to the power 1 by 3, which comes around 1.81. If we put x is equal to 5, so we get f of 5 f to the power 1 over 3, which is equal to 1.71 near about, and x is equal to 4. Now f4 we get here 4 to the power 1 by 3, which is equal to 1.59, and next we take x is equal to 3, so we get f of 3 is equal to 3 to the power 1 by 3, which comes around 1.44. And now next x is equal to 2, we get f2, which is 2 to the power 1 by 3, which comes 1.26. X is equal to 1 if we take, so f1 is equal to 1 to the power 1 by 3, which is 1. Similarly, if we take some negative number, so if we take 0 now first, so if we take x is equal to 0, then f of 0 is equal to 0 power 1 by 3, which is 0. Now if we take any negative number, if we take x is equal to minus 1, so we get f minus 1 minus 1 to the power 1 over 3, which is minus 1. So whenever we take any negative number, if we take x is equal to minus 8, so f of minus 8 is equal to minus 8 to the power 1 by 3, which is equal to minus 2. So if we put any negative number, we get negative f of x there. If we put x negative, we get f of x also negative. So now we plot these all numbers on this graph. So first I explain you about the graph. This is our graph, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, and this is our origin. Now we plot these all numbers here. So we see, first I plot x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 2 here. So x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 2 would be here. Okay. If I put x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 1.91, x is equal to 7, y is equal to 1.91, which comes here. X is equal to 6, 1.81, which will come here near to this, and x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and x is equal to 4, so y is equal to 1.59, which will come here near about 50% of this. And if we put x is equal to 2, then 1.26 will come here, and this will come here, and this will. Okay. So in this way we get the points all. And the negative points, if x is equal to minus 1, then f of x is equal to minus 1. We have seen there x is equal to minus 8, then f of x is equal to -2, so we'll get here. So in this way we get the points for this sort of function. Now we draw the graph for this. I draw one graph for this. We take 2 portions for this graph. Just a moment. Draw this graph here. So in this way we get this graph. On the right side we draw another graph. Just a moment. Now we draw a graph here, just like this. And if I draw this graph, I will get in this way. Now in this way, it would be like this. So this is our graph for a cube root function. You see here the domain for this function is both the sides of x along the x-axis. This graph is plotted. So the domain is R, and the range you see both the sides is, it means the upper side of x-axis and the lower side of x-axis exists. So the range is also R. It means the domain range for this graph, the domain is R and range is also R for this cube root function. So in this way we have got that how to form the graph for cube root function. We take some values here, some negative values, some positive values, and also 0, and plot all the points here, and we produce this graph here. So in this way you could easily draw the graph of a cubic function. Thank you.